Like this is really crooked, but maybe it's just me. Anyways, hello. I hope your Friday evening is going absolutely splendid. Welcome to Makeup Tales Friday. I did a quick scan over of the story and it's pretty long, but I'm gonna try to get through it without boring you guys to death. So this story is called The Whispers. Again, this is The Whispers. This is a story I do not tell often. I promise sincerely that this has scarred me for life, and although I have looked into psychological explanations from what I heard and natural explanations for what occurred, they remain unsatisfactory. Yikes. Okay. When I was a child, I was scared of the dark. As most of us were, but you know. I swore to my mother I heard voices in it. What the heck? What the heck? Nah, man. Honestly, if my child told me that at like, and I'm talking like a young child, if my young child told me that they were hearing voices like in the dark, that would freak me the hell out, honestly. As it would any parent. They were not evil, but they were not familiar, and so they scared me. It was not uncommon in the middle of the night for me to wake up and hear whispers, she put quotations, as I would call them when asking my mom. She just figured that they were bumps in the night, and typical kids' nightmare material. I tried often to explain to her that it was more than that they all sounded different from one another the way people's voices do. So is it like so I'm probably wrong, but I'm assuming, I don't even know how to freaking word this. Because I'm thinking, like, the sound of the voices, like, sound different or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. On some nights, I would get so scared from those whispers that I would sleep in my mom's bed with her. I honestly would too. It was an added bonus that the bathroom was directly outside of her bedroom for my late night tingles. I haven't heard the fucking word twinkles and I don't know how long. Tinkle, not twinkle. What the hell? That's a word I have not heard in years. Okay, I feel like this is not as bright as I want it to be, or I'm just using the wrong brush. I don't know. I should add at this point that when walking out into the hall to go to the bathroom, you look directly down the stairs that would lead you into my living room on the first floor, as my mom's bedroom was on the second floor. On one such night around Christmas, I awoke and felt the need to relieve myself. I was so excited, I began walking down the stairs to greet him, picking up my pace after the second step as it began to creep off the wall and fade into the darkness into my living room. At first you're thinking, oh, you know, like there's nothing wrong, you know, they see a light, you know, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow it. And then it gets to the part where it just fades off into the darkness and it's like, yeah, no. Like, no. Cause yeah, just absolutely not. That's when I heard him. A very strong masculine voice. Different from the first. Not at all like my father's. Not to say he isn't masculine. It was just distinctly different. It said, stop. Right now. Go back up those stairs. Bro. Okay. Man, look. And it's like, man, look. Yeah. If my child told me something like that, like the next day, after that happened, I would immediately become concerned. I mean, I can kind of see why the mom is like not really, you know, like not really like being like, oh, you know, like it's all in your head, and you're just having, they're just bad nightmares. You'll be fine. I mean, I get it because usually that's the case. And again, what have I always said throughout these videos? Usually, when there's something, if there's like something strange going on, we always try to rationalize because there's usually a rational explanation for stuff, right? I think we can all agree on that. Okay, that actually didn't take I'm very shocked that this did not take any longer than expected, because usually by now I would barely be starting, but we're actually about to finish up, so yeah. Anyways, we left off on when someone had said, or there was a voice or whisper. I said, stop right now, go back up those stairs. So they listened, turned around, they heard a loud crash that scared the fuck out of them, and retreated back to their mother's bedroom and just remained there for the whole night. Now we're moving on to what they discovered the next day. When we awoke the next morning, wait, hold on, let me remove that there. Okay, there we go. When we awoke the next morning, the poinsettia? I think I'm saying that right. Little Christmas flower lights. Oh, okay, I know. Okay. So the little Christmas flower lights that glow red, my mother had put on the railing down the stairs, were pulled straight down to the bottom of the stairs. Some broken from what seemed like a forceful tear, laying in a single pile. Yeah, some broken from what seemed like a forceful tear, laying in a single pile. The dry sink. What? What the fuck is a dry sink? I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't even know. I've never heard of that. The dry sink in my living room had fallen from the wall. A whole sink? Oh, no. Not the freaking spirits or whomever is doing this ripping off a whole sink. That's scary. My mother could not explain it. My father was worried we had been the victims of a home invasion. My sister was crying. There was nothing missing. Nobody had... Motherfucker. Sometimes my brows are yeah, sometimes these hairs are the same place. What the hell? What the actual hell? My sister was crying. There was nothing missing. Nobody had broken in. There did not seem to be any reason that... no, I read that wrong. There did not seem to be any reason this had happened. And then I saw it. And I kept quiet about it because I was so afraid that I could not force words out of my mouth. I was mortified. After that day, I never heard a single voice again. I do not like to imagine what was waiting downstairs for me that night, if it was anything at all. But I can tell you that the reality was that something had physically acted upon two things in my house near the bottom of that stairwell. I'm just still stuck on the whole freaking sink thing. Well, what a dry sink is, and then the fact that this entity or something to that effect is freaking just through, just literally quite... bro. I'm freaking speechless, dog. After this, I had never heard another whisper again. Which is sad because in some ways I would have liked to thank the man, masculine energy, that had stopped me from going down those stairs. This happened when I was 7. Okay. I mean, they did say that this was when they were really young. They just didn't specify how young until the very end. I am 20 years old now, and because of this incident, I am still afraid of the dark, especially shadowy stairwells. Okie dokie, and that was The Whispers. This is the look for tonight. You can't really see the orange, but it's in there. It's just, like I mentioned earlier in the video, most of the oranges in some of my palettes aren't very pigmented. So when I put the, like, they look like they are, but then when I go to put them on my eye, they don't show up that well. Anyways, the whispers. Let's talk about it. Okay, first thing. Parents, if your kids are telling you something or something to this effect, or even if it's like just anything that may or that should raise concern, listen to them, because I've heard so many stories, not on here, where the kid will tell their parents like, oh my god, like this happened, I'm absolutely terrified, and then their parents just brush it off, and it's like, no, don't do that. If your child has something, not necessarily like this, but just a situation where they're scared and they feel like they're in danger or something like that or whatever, listen to them. Please don't brush it off, okay? Please don't brush it off, okay? Second thing, the light really, I mean, the light, no. Okay, well, yeah, no, the light, I'm just confused on how he thought. Now, this isn't me, like, being, like, mean. I'm just, like, genuinely curious. How does a red light, like, make you think, oh my god, like it's Santa? But, again, he was a kid. So, you know, kids don't know any better, so. So then, next, freaking this voice, or no, the crash that they heard. Yeah, the crash that he heard, because he was the only one up. Yeah. But freaking, the fact that crash came from a dry sink. Like, a freaking sink. Like, what the hell? Like, oh my god. Like, that, no, bro. No, That's the part that kind of was just like, yeah, that would, if I was in this guy's shoes, I would be just as terrified as he was. I can tell you that much. Yeah, that is just crazy, man. Luckily, everything is good. Still kind of sad, or no, not sad, but I mean, yeah, man, that's crazy. I'm so hooked on the sink. Like, do you know how strong you gotta be to just fucking just knock over or to rip the fucking sink out of the wall? Let alone a dry sink? Like, huh? That is just, that was crazy. This was a good story. My final thought, I'm really glad that you, or that this person came out, unharmed and stuff like that, but I mean, unfortunately, because of that event, they are still scared of the dark, which is understandable, so, yeah. Alright, and that, again, was the whispers. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Have a good weekend, and make safe choices. Bye.